जय शिशि गुरु गौरंग गंधार विकगिरिधारी शिशि राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार शतर शत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार अशतर शत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अशतर शत शिशुपाद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अशतर शत शिशुपाद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अशतर शत शिशुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्ट महाभगवत श्री गौरकिशोरदास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्ट महाभगवत श्री गौरकिशोरदास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुगौर्य गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शार गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम चय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदाते गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंग देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय महादेव की जय। जय शिव चतुर्दशी तिथि की जय। तिथि पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो। हरे कृष्ण एवरीबॉडी। धन्यवाद प्रणाम। Hri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarni Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Krishna Mai Didi. Oops, I forgot to open up YouTube and Facebook, so I don't know who's there. Oh, 1 second. Let me just get this open. All right, so this is going to be an interesting program because I have absolutely nothing planned. Yeah. We've so many years we've read the Shiva Tattva book, and we've read the long section of Madhurya Kadambini about Lord Shiva. So I was thinking maybe we can do something else this year. If anybody has any suggestions, please send it over. I'll read it. Yesterday, Pradyumna Prabhu, he sent Pradyumna Prabhu is there. Haribol Pradyumna Prabhu. Yesterday he sent Hari Bhakti Vilas, the section showing how to observe Śiva Caturdaśī. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I remember Gurudev was also like with Srila Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj. I remember let's just check this out. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a interesting, like, we'll just kind of jump around here and there. Here, let's see, where is it? I think I downloaded it. I haven't looked at this myself. Where is it? Here, let me just go back to Pradyumna Prabhu. Yeah, sorry I'm so unprepared. I have, yesterday I looked at my stats, how long I was on the computer. Yesterday was, look at that, 18 hours. Then 15 hours, 13 hours, 15 and a half hours, 17 hours almost. Yeah, I've been, because we've had publications, there's books going to the printer soon, so I've just been pretty much on the computer every waking hour. Okay, Hari Bhakti Vilas. Save to downloads. Let's check this out. Let's see how Srila Sanatana Goswami, how he'd like us to observe Shiva Śiva Caturdaśī. Also, we can sing some. There's a song, Grihe Radha Vane Radha. There's also in by Murari Gupta in the, what is it called, Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. There's a Shivashtakam, which I think Mahaprabhu sang himself. I remember Bhagavat Maharaj made a translation and he sent it to me and I can't find it, but I found another version online. Let's see. Okay, yes, Kishore said, yeah, let's read both. And then also maybe we can read, I remember there's a sweet little story in Damodarashtakam. There in Navadip Mahatma, we could read about Harihar Kshetra there. Yeah. Just before I started, like when it was already 7 o'clock, I opened up Bhakti Base and I was searching through and trying to find something, but I didn't have enough time to find. But we could also go through Bhakti Base and find all the different things again. Okay, so now we're going to... Actually, maybe before we start, we should do a little Mangala Charan. Let's just... here. We can say the pranam mantra to Lord Shiva. Let's open that up. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna chaitanya namne gauratvishe namaha. He Krishna karuna sindho dinabandho jagatpate Gopeshwa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Okay, here's the prayer to Shri Gopishwar Mahadev. Vrindavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma Mole Sanaka Sanandana Sanatana Naradedya Gopishwara Vrajavilasi Yugangri Parme Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste. O protector of the land of Vrindavan, O husband of Uma, O Soma Moli, you who carry the moon on your head, O you who are worshipped by Sanandana, Sanatana, and Narad, O Gopeshwar, please bestow upon me unconditional prema for the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha Krishna, who perform loving pastimes in Vraj. This is adapted from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Shri Sankalpa Kalpa Druma, verse 103. The original verse is a bit different though. Pretty similar, but Vrindavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma Mole Sanandana Sanatana Narade Dya Gopishwara Vajavilasi Yugangri Parme Pritim Prayacha Nitaram Nirupadikam Me. That's the original verse. Vrindai Tulsidevai Priyaye Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Vajashi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so now we're going to Hari Bhakti Vilas. I don't know whose translation is this, Pradyumna Prabhu? This is, I'm guessing Bhumipati Prabhu's translation, but I don't know. Okay, so the vow of Shiva Ratri. Oh wait, 1 second, let me just open up the comments. Oh, okay. Kishore Krishna says that Chaitanya Mangal also speaks about Shiva Tattva, but he doesn't have it with him, so. Okay, I mean, I might be able to find it on Acharya base, we can check there. Okay. The vow of Shiva Ratri. Shiva Ratri Vratam idam yadyapi avashyakam nahi vaishnavanam tatapyatra sadacharat vilikyate. I'm not going to read all the Sanskrit. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami also. Although Vaishnavas are not required to observe the vow of Shiva Ratri, still, for the sake of formality and preserving proper etiquette, it is being described here. This auspicious vow occurs on the 14th day of the waning moon in the month of Falgun. In spite of what was just said, it is the duty of Vaishnavas to observe this vow for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. There is some praman. Vaishnaver apitat karyam Shri Krishna pritaye sadha. It's the karyam. Yes. Vaishnaver apitat karyam Shri Krishna pritaye sadha. So if anybody says that following Shiva Ratri, observing fast, is not bona fide, well, Srila Sanatana Goswami is saying right here, Vaishnaver apitat karyam Shri Krishna pritaye sada. It is the duty of Vaishnavas to observe this vow for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. But it's also optional. Okay. Whether one is a worshipper of Lord Vishnu, this is from the Vrat Khanda of the Padma Puran, what we're reading now. Whether one is a worshipper of Lord Vishnu or the sun god or any other demigod, if he is averse to observing the vow of Shivaratri, his offering of worship will not yield any fruit. It is also said that by disregarding the vow of Shivaratri, one commits an offense. What happens to a person who hates the vow of Shivaratri has been explained personally by Lord Hari to the sages, headed by Bhrigu, as recorded in the Kurma Purana. Okay, so this is a Kurma Purana. It is a fact. That the devotees of Lord Narayan go to Vaikuntha, but if they are envious of Shiva, then they cannot achieve that supreme abode. Even though one may worship me without deviation, if he blasphemes Shiva, he will go to hell 10,000 times. If my devotees blaspheme Shiva, or Shiva's devotees blaspheme me, then both of them will rot in hell for as long as the sun and moon exist. Oh my God. Okay. Now, therefore, the Supreme Lord has spoken this verse regarding the intimacy of Hari and Shiva, which is recorded in the Haya Shirsha Pancharatra. Shiva is non-different from me, and I am non-different from Shiva. One must understand that there is no difference between us, just as there is no difference between the sky and the air. In the Vavricha Parishishta, it is stated, Vishnu is the form of Shiva, and Shiva is the form of Vishnu. Vishnu is the heart of Shiva, and Shiva is the heart of Vishnu. As Vishnu is Shiva conscious, so is Shiva Vishnu conscious. There is no difference between the two. So let this fact be the basis of my existence. Being a Guna avatar, Shiva is considered to be the topmost Vaishnav. Therefore, according to proper etiquette, every Vaishnav should observe the vow of Shivaratri. Some Vaishnavas are reluctant to follow this vow due to the curse of Bhrigu as described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 4.2.28. One who takes a vow to satisfy Lord Shiva or who follows such principles will certainly become an atheist and be diverted from transcendental scriptural injunctions. Okay, so don't worry about the curse of Brigu. If you do, then you'll become an atheist and diverted from transcendental scriptural injunctions. Okay, Skanda Puran, the exact times of Shivaratri. So in the Skanda Puran, it is stated, the 14th day of the waning moon that falls between the months of Magh and Falgun is called Shivaratri. It is more auspicious than all kinds of sacrifice. In the Mahikanda, it is stated, the 14th day of the waning moon that occurs at the end of the month of Magh and the beginning of Falgun is known as Shivaratri. In the Nagarkanda, it is also stated, Shiva, the lord of the demigods, personally remains present in all the moving and non-moving Shiva lingas that exist on the earth on the day of Shivaratri. That is why this day is called Shivaratri. This day is very dear to Shiva. I should try to go to Vriddha Shiva today. Shivaratri is very auspicious for everyone, and everyone should fast on that day. That's what Puran is? This is the Nagarkanda of what? Oh, of, I don't know. Of Skanda Puran, I guess. Yeah, I think this is Skanda Puran. Okay. So everyone should fast on that day. If this day is contaminated by the presence of the previous day or prolonged to the next day, except Vaishnavas, all others can still observe it. Yeah, actually everybody here in Navadvip, they were followed yesterday. But Vaishnav should not follow. If it's contaminated by the presence of the previous day, then we should follow it. So that's what we're doing today. Okay. In this connection, it is stated, the dear devotees of Mahadev normally observe Shivaratri up until the period called Pradosh, because fasting is recommended for that day. One should also remain awake throughout the entire night. Yesterday they're blasting Shiva music all night. But I did fall asleep eventually. According to learned authorities, Pradosh refers to the period of 4 dandas after sunset. Whoa. Anyways. Apart from Vaishnavas, all others can fast on the first day if there is no overlapping with the second day. If the first day is touched by the 13th day, the Vaishnavas should avoid observing a fast. This is the opinion of saintly persons. Okay, so it's okay that everybody followed it yesterday because they're not Vaishnavas, those who are not following. If concerning the Shivaratri Vrat, the day of Caturdaśī is touched by the presence of Trayodashi, such a Caturdaśī should be rejected. Okay, anyways, the people who make the calendar, they figure all that stuff out for us. So, learned person should observe the vow of Shivaratri by fasting and worshipping Shiva while remaining awake the entire night, following all the prescribed rules and regulations in this regard. The process for, okay, now we're going to hear the process for observing Shivaratri. Is this still the Skanda Puran? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to just say it is. One who desires to observe this vow should go to a temple of Shiva in the evening in a pure state of mind. He should perform Achman and then make a resolution before Shiva. Thereafter, he should begin his worship. Those who are twice born should bathe the Shiva Linga with milk and pure water while chanting either the 5-syllable mantra or the Shatarudra mantra. According to the prescribed rules and regulations, one should worship Shiva by offering him sandalwood paste, flowers, sesame seeds, incense, and a ghee lamp, and complete it by offering arghya in a conch shell. And now here's the mantra for offering arghya. Gauri Vallabhadevesha Sarpadya Shashishekara Varsha Papa Vishuddhyartham Argham Me Pratigrihyatam. O beloved Lord of Gauri, O beloved Lord of Gauri, O Master of the demigods, who is decorated with a serpent and whose head is adorned with the moon, I offer you this arghya in order to become purified of the reactions to all the sinful activities that I have committed throughout the year. Please accept it. After offering arghya while chanting this mantra, one should worship his spiritual master and present him dakshina. Then, according to the injunctions of the scriptures, one should remain awake the whole night and break his fast the next morning. Wow, there's like so far 3 instructions, was it? Or 4 instructions to remain awake the whole night. Oof, I don't think I can do that. Okay, now the process for deciding the time for breaking the fast. Okay, the people who make our calendar do all this for us. So now the vow of Shiva Ratri has thus been briefly described. If one wishes to know more in this regard, he should consult literatures such as the Shiva Dharmottara. The glories of Shiva Ratri are known everywhere. It is also a well-known fact that once, long ago, a hunter attained liberation by unknowingly worshipping a Shiva linga while remaining awake the entire night. Okay, so now see, it says Nagar Khanda, and what was the other one? Another Khanda, but Khanda means a part. It's like a division of some other book, right? So I don't know. So here's the glories of observing Shivaratri Vrat. Once a Chandal who had no understanding of the glories of Shivaratri became free from all sinful reactions and achieved the position of being an associate of Shiva simply by worshipping the linga and fasting while remaining awake throughout the night of Shivaratri. Okay, in the Skanda Puran, it is also stated, one who worships Shiva on the day of Śiva Caturdaśī and then remains awake throughout the entire night will no longer be born again in this material world. It's like one of the main things it's mentioning everywhere is to stay awake the whole night. Okay, elsewhere it is stated, one who does not properly execute this vow by fasting and performing the required worship, if out of good fortune he remains awake throughout the night of Shivaratri, he will become an associate of Rudra, even if he had been born in a degraded family. So all you need to do is stay up, even if you don't fast or perform the worship, even if you just stay awake throughout the night, you'll become an associate of Rudra. When Vaishnavas observe the Shivaratri Vrat, their loving devotional service to Krishna becomes greatly enhanced by the mercy of Rudradev, who is always ready to shower his mercy upon the devotees of the Lord. Okay. Jai Shivaratri ki jai, Śiva Caturdaśī Tithi ki jai, jai Sadashiv ki jai. Okay, so now let's read. I'm just going here. Couldn't find anything on Vishuddha Chaitanya Vani, but regarding following the Shiva Vrat, there's something from Srila Gurudev. This is from, Srila Gurudev wrote, my Srila Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishya Shishmad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he wrote a little booklet, as a homage to Srila Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj. And so in this booklet there is one section where, let's find it. Gopishwar Mahadev awards Krishna Prem. Okay, let me make this bigger. So, is that readable? Or maybe I can put, anyways, actually I can just copy it into Word doc. That will make it easier for everybody to read. Here. Here. Make it Balaram U. There, now you can read it with me. Okay. One time on Sri Vrajmandal Parikrama at Nandishwar Parvat in Sri Nandagram, there was an Ishtagoshti on the topic of Shiva Tattva, and it was apparent that the devotees held different opinions. In that assembly, I had said that Sri Sadashiva is Vishnu Tattva. His non-different form in Vrindavan is Gopishwar Mahadev. In Govardhan, it is Chakleshwar Mahadev. In Nandagram, it is Nandishwar Mahadev. And in Kamyavan, it is Kameshwar Mahadev. All of these forms of his are completely identical, divine existential reality, tattva. Srimad Bhagavatam says in reference to Shiva, Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. Sri Shiva is the greatest Vaishnav. He is the greatest friend of Sri Sanatana Goswami, who, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, has even given the process for worshipping him. Even his pranam mantra says, Vrindavan, Vrindavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma Mole, Sanaka Sanandana Sanatana Naradedya, Gopishwara Vrajavilasi Yugangri Padme, Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste. We already read the translation, I'm not going to reread it. O Gopishwar, please bestow upon me unconditional praying for the lotus feet of Shri Radha Krishna, who perform loving pastimes in Vraj. Therefore, Gopishwar Mahadev is worshipable for the Vaishnavas. By his merciful blessing, one is able to obtain Vraj Bhakti. So Gurudev spoke this in the assembly at where? Nandishwar Parvat, was it? Yeah, Nandishwar Parvat in Sri Nandagram. So after Gurudev said that, a few Vaishnavas present, they took a contending stance. They said, there is no place in the Sri Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya to worship Shankar, they said. He cannot give Vraj Prem. In that assembly, Pujapad Janardhan Maharaj quoted the following shloka from Srila Raghunath Goswami's Sri Vrajavilas Stava, verse 87. Muda Gopendrasya. What's the meter for this? Anyways, I'm just going to say it in any way. Muda Gopendrasyatmaja Puja Parishvanga Nitaye Spurad Gopi Vrindar Yamiha Bhagavantam Pranayibhi Bajad Pistar Bhaktya Samabhilashitam Praptam Apchirad Yamiti Re Gopi Shvaramanudinam Tam Kila Paje. This is the Vraj Vilas Stava by Raghunath Das Goswami, verse 87. He says, to obtain the jewel of being embraced by the arms of Rajendra Nandan Sham Sundar, the gopis, who possess firm, loving, intimate attachment for Sri Krishna, joyfully worshipped Gopishwar Mahadev, Sadashiv, with great devotion, and had all their internal desires fulfilled without delay. Daily, I worship that Gopishwar Mahadev, who resides on the bank of the Yamuna. Ah, beautiful verse. I'll have to share that on Facebook. Okay. In this way, he cleared any confusion on this topic. He said, the Braj Gopis prayed to Gopishwar Mahadev to obtain Krishna Prem, and that Gopishwar Mahadev awards this Krishna Prem. There is therefore no more room to doubt that Gopishwar Mahadev bestows the cherished objective of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. For this reason, each and every one of us pray to him for his mercy. Both parties were satisfied with his conclusion. Jai Srila Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai. All right, so what shall we read now? I'm just looking at the, Kishore says there's a Shiva Ratri class by Guru Maharaj in Hindi on, okay, by Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj on VCV audio. Okay, I'm terrible at translating on the spot though. Let's read this story let's find from Damodar Ashtakam. What's a key word? I think we could look for the word yogi, then that will come up. Yogi. Yes, here it is. Okay. One day, Mahadev, this is from my Srila Gurudev's commentary of Sri Damodarashtakam. One day, Mahadev Shiva, the chief demigod, set off to see his supremely worshipable Lord, who had just appeared in Vraj. Arriving at the gate of Nanda Maharaja's home, he sang loudly, Alaka Niranjan, Alaka Niranjan. And let's see what the footnote says. This phrase is used to beg alms in the name of Sri Bhagavan or simply to make one remember him. It is a description of Paramatma, who is invisible, Alaka, and aloof from Maya, Niranjan. Okay. So he's saying loudly, Alaka Niranjan, and he played his damuru. That's his two-sided hand drum. Mother Yashoda came to the door when she heard him singing and playing his drum, but when she saw the appearance of this unusual yogi, she became afraid. He wore robes of tiger skin and a garland of human skulls. Dangerous serpents adorned his hands, feet, and neck, and he held a tall, fearful trident by his side. His body was smeared from head to toe with ashes from a cremation ground, and his thoroughly matted hair made him look ancient and even more dreadful. His carrier, Nandi, a massive bull, accompanied him. Seeing that the terrible-looking sannyasi was approaching her, accompanied by Nandi, Yashoda became utterly terrified. Nonetheless, she asked him dutifully, "Do you want some alms? Just wait, I will bring them to you." Mahadev Shankar replied, "O mother, I have walked so far to come here from my home in Kailash. Just show me your baby. I just want to see your darling child. Eat or drink whatever you like and then go," she said. "And do not play your damuru so loudly. My child is sleeping." Shankarji said, "O innocent mother, I do not want your flour and beans or silk clothes and bags, nor do I want anything to eat, drink, wear, or rest upon. I have come to see your darling son just once. This is the only donation I need." Mother Yashoda hesitated and then said to him, "I am an adult, yet your appearance terrifies me. My darling boy is so young. He'll become too afraid if he sees your form, so I will not show him to you." And she went inside the house. Sri Shankar, the foremost demigod, was not about to leave without seeing Sri Krishna. He sat down by the door and lit a ceremonial fire. "When your beautiful son grows a little older," he thought, "he will come outside to play, and I will finally be able to see him. I will not return to Kailash without seeing him." To this day, the place near Nanda's home where Mahadev Sri Shankar was sitting is known as Yogiya Kund. Mother Yashoda entered the house and found her darling baby boy crying loudly. Nothing she tried would pacify him, so she consulted her friends. A respected elder gopi spoke. "This is not an ordinary yogi. He is from the sacred mountains of Kailash. When your boy heard him playing his drum, he became afraid, and now he has started to cry more and more loudly. It would be wise to show him your dear son at least once." Seeing no other recourse but to show her son to the extraordinary yogi, Yashoda Maya placed Krishna in a black basket and covered all his limbs with black cloth to protect him from inauspiciousness. She anointed his eyes with thick black eyeliner and marked his forehead with a black dot. Then she reluctantly brought Krishna outside and allowed the yogi just a brief glimpse of him. To her astonishment, when she was turning to enter her house, she noticed that Krishna had stopped crying. Sri Shankar, the king of mystics, spoke to her. "Mother, I will light a ceremonial fire and stay nearby. If ever your beloved child falls prey to some evil, just call for me. I will chant mantras and ward off any evil effects with mustard seeds and salt, and he will be restored to health. Thereafter, whenever Krishna would cry, she would call the yogi from his dwelling. And there's this little Hindi song here. I don't know how to sing it, so I'll just make something up. Yogi chalo, yogi chalo nanda bhavana mein yashomati maya tumhe bulave baake lala ko najara lagi hai tai te perai nun karavam ve raho raho yogi nanda bhavana mein raho raho yogi nanda bhavana mein braja mein vasa sada tu ki jo jab jab vaka lala rove tab tab darshana dijo. And the translation is, Yogi, come to Nanda Bhavan. Krishna's devoted mother, Yashoda Maya, is calling you. Her dear son has come under an evil eye. Ward off its effect with mustard and salt. Stay here, Yogi. Just stay here in Nanda Bhavan. Please live in Vraj forever. Whenever her darling son cries, come and give him your darshan. So then my Gurudev ends this by saying, thus the life of that yogi became successful. What a sweet Leela. I'm just saying who's here on YouTube and Facebook. Haribol Paduna Prabhu, Mantra Murti Mataji, and Madhusudan Prabhu. And it's tomorrow for you there in Trinidad. Huh? Haribol Haripriya Didi, and Rasapriya Didi, Krishna Premavati Didi, Ganga Mataji, Paramahansa Prabhu, Rukmini Didi, and a bunch of other devotees. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Jai Shiva Shambhu. Haribol. Okay. So, and Haribol Champak Mataji. All right. So now, what shall we read? Maybe Navadip Dham Mahatma. Yeah, let's read that. And then maybe we can sing some songs. We'll see. If anybody sends anything else, I'll read it also. How come it's not letting me close? Oh, okay. Now, Navadip Dham Mahatma. Huh. 1 second. I thought I opened it. Yes, Navadip Dham Mahatma. All right. So let's find the section on chapter 6. Wait, let me just make sure I'm not skipping anything. Okay. Here's Darshan of Mayapur. Harihar Kshetra here, chapter 8. Okay, this is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sri Navadip Dham Mahatma, chapter 8. So Srila Jiva Goswami is taking, Sriman Nityananda Prabhu is taking Jiva Goswami throughout all the holy places of Navadip. And then they arrive at Shri Harihar Kshetra. I'm not going to read the Bengali, I'll just read the translations. Harihar Kshetra is situated on Alakananda's east bank and on the bank of the Gandaki. This is Nityananda Prabhu speaking. At the right time, a deity will manifest here, and a beautiful grove will adorn this place. Just see Kashi, which is situated on Alakananda's western bank. Shaivites, worshippers of Shiva, and Shaktas, worshipper of Shakti, are trying to attain liberation here. This Harihar Kshetra is superior to Varanasi, to Kashi. Here, Durjati, Shiva with matted hair, reigns splendidly, holding a damaru drum. Shiva is always dancing here, chanting Gaur, Gaur, and praying for his followers to obtain Gaur Bhakti. Let's read the Bengali for this. Gora Gora Boli Sadai, sorry, Gora Gora Boli Sadai Nache, Nija Jane Gora Bhakati Yache. Oh, I think the meter for this is Gora Gora Boli Sadai Nache, Nija Jane Gora Bhakati Yache. Yeah, that's it. Okay. The liberation obtained by sannyasis after living in Kashi and practicing Gyan for 1,000 years is here kicked away by the devotees as they dance and chant the name of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. These devotees consider themselves fortunate just to drink the nectar of Sri Gaura's name. Now Lord Shiva chants the name of Gaur in the ears of the jivas. If any living being leaves his body in this place, in his final moment, Lord Shiva chants the name of Sri Gaur in his ear and thus liberates him. This holy abode is also called Mahavaranasi because the living entities here need not fear dying. They need not fear dying, considering that they will definitely attain a transcendental destination upon hearing the pure name of Sri Gaur emanate from Lord Shiva's mouth. In other words, they need not worry about their destination after death. Saying this, Sri Nityananda Prabhu began to dance and prayed that Sri Jiva may also obtain prem for Sri Gaurahari. Now Lord Shiva is going to offer his respectful obeisance, his respects at Sri Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet. Let's read the Bengali for this. Alaksheta kono kailashapati nitai charane korilo nati. Unseen by anyone else, Lord Shiva, the master of Kailash, respectfully bowed at Sri Nityananda Prabhu's divine feet. Gauri Saha Shiva Gauranga Nam Gaya Gaya Puraya Kam. Lord Shiva resides here with Gauri Shri Parvati, constantly chanting Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's names and thus fulfilling all of his desires. Jai, Hari Har Kshetra Ki Jai. Oh, Hari Bo Radhanath Prabhu. Yes, verse 45 of Brahma Samhita. Let's see if it comes up in one of the things that we read, and if it doesn't, then I'll go to Brahma Samhita. Oh wait, maybe the commentary of that. Yeah, okay, I will go there then. Let's open up Brahma Samhita, verse 45. Thank you, Prabhu. Where's Brahma Samhita? Hey, where's Brahma Samhita? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. This is actually one of Gurudev's books I've never read before. But let's see. This has Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary, Sri Brahma Samhita Prakashini Vritti. One sec, I just want to see who's... Okay. So this Brahma Samhita, published by Gauri Vedanta Publications from the Hindi version, from the Hindi edition of my Gurudev, has the full commentary of Srila Jiva Goswami, and then forward explanations of Srila Jiva Goswami's commentary and purports, the Tatparya by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then it has an expanded commentary by Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Okay. So, verse 45. Yeah, I need to read this sometime. Never. Okay. We can all recite this together. Kshiram yathada devikara vishesha yogat sanjayate nahi tata pritagasti heto yashamphutam api tata samupaiti karyad govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Okay. Shri Govinda Dev Shri Govindadev attains the condition of being Shambhu for the sake of performing a specific function, just as milk is transformed into yogurt by contact with a particular transforming agent, although yogurt is not a different substance independent of milk. Just as milk is transformed into yogurt by contact with a particular transforming agent, although yogurt is not a different substance independent of milk, which is its cause. I worship that original personality, Shri Govinda. So milk is, yogurt is not a different substance from milk, comes from milk, but it's also different. So it's same and different. Okay, let's read. This is the Tika of, I guess, Srila Jiva Goswami. One second, I'm just going to close the door because talking outside is distracting me. All right. So Srila Jiva Goswami's commentary says, the next subject in ascending order is Maheshwar Shiva, whose Swarup is being defined in this verse, beginning Kshiram Yatha. Just as milk is transformed into yogurt by contact with a transforming agent, Shri Govinda similarly accepts the form of Shambhu in order to accomplish a specific purpose. The example of yogurt is given in order to convey the idea of cause and effect. Here, the transformation aspect of the analogy is not applicable. For this example, the transformation aspect of the analogy is not applicable, for this example has not been given to convey the idea of transformation. The reason for this is that Shri Govindadev is a reality who cannot be transformed, so it is not possible for him to undergo any kind of distortion. A wish-fulfilling gem manifests many things according to one's desire, yet its constitutional nature remains untransformed. The desired articles are manifest by the influence of its inconceivable potency. Similarly, although Bhagavan Shri Govinda manifests in the form of the instrumental cause, Shambhu, his Swarup remains unchanged. It is stated in Shruti. I'm not going to read the Sanskrit. I'll read it. Eko havai purusho narayana asin na brahma na cha shankara sa munir bhutva samachintayat tata ete vyajayanta vishvo hiranya garbo gnir varuna rudrendras tata sa brahmana srijati rudrena nashayati ityadi. Before the creation, only the Supreme Person, Bhagavan Narayan, existed. At that time, neither Brahma nor even Shankar was there. Bhagavan, taking the form of a sage, began to contemplate the means for bringing about the creation of the universe, which then took place through Hiranyagarbha. Agni, Varuna, Rudra, Indra, and the other demigods also became manifest. Furthermore, Bhagavan takes the form of Brahma to create, and the form of Rudra to destroy. But Sri Hari himself, who is the intrinsic form of supreme bliss, is completely devoid of the influences of creation and dissolution. He performs the duties of cosmic creation, maintenance, and destruction in the forms of the guna avatars. His quality of being Shambhu occurs by his acceptance of material modes, such as the mode of ignorance. For example, Jiva Goswami continues, for example, it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1088.5. Harir hi nirguna shakshat purusha prakrite para Shiva Shakti yuta shashvat trilingo gunasamvrita. Shri Hari, who is transcendental to material nature and free from mundane qualities, is directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, Shiva is simultaneously possessed of three types of false ego, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. And he is always connected with the illusory potency. Therefore, A jiva can only become transcendental to the material modes by the performance of Shri Hari Bhajan. Jiva Goswami continues, to further clarify this point, this verse 45 specifically states, Vikara Vishesha Yogat. This verse 45 of Brahma Samhita says, Vikara Vishesha Yogat. Shiva is fully in contact with the external illusory potency, which is subject to transformation. For this reason, Shiva Tattva is sometimes described as being non-different from Sri Hari, and sometimes is described as being different from Sri Hari, and sometimes as being non-different. To resolve the difference between them, it is stated herein that Shiva is not an independent controller or a cause separate from the cause of all causes, Sri Hari. His dominion or aspect as controller is subordinate to the dominion of the absolute truth, Sri Hari. It is stated, God, it's still really loud out there. Maybe I'll turn on noise suppression. There, I think that should block out the talking. Okay. Oops, I need to share my screen again. Okay. As it is stated in the Rig Veda, thus, hereafter it should be known that the one Narayan is indeed eternal. Brahma is Narayan, Shiva is Narayan, Indra is Narayan, time is Narayan, and the 10 directions are also Narayan. Narayan is below, Narayan is above, Narayan is within, and Narayan is without. And whatever exists in this universe is also nothing but Narayan. In the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahmaji has stated, I create by the inspiration of Bhagavan. Sri Shiva also destroys in subordination to him, and Sri Hari himself, equipped with his 3 potencies, also performs the function of maintenance through the agency of his Purusha avatars. In this way, Bhagavan accomplishes the creation, destruction, and maintenance of the universes through his 3 potencies, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. Okay, so that was Jiva Goswami, and now here's the Tatparya by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The current verse beginning Kshiram Yata is an analysis of the Sarup of Shambhu, the previously mentioned presiding deity of Mahesh Dham. Actually, Shambhu is not a separate lord, independent of Sri Krishna, and those who think he is are offensive to Bhagavan. Shambhu's status as lord is subordinate to and dependent upon Sri Govinda's overlordship. Thus, they are factually non-different realities. The example of that non-difference is that as milk is transformed into yogurt by contact with a specific transforming agent, similarly, by union with a special transforming agent, the Supreme Lord takes on a separate form, which is dependent on him. This separate form has no independence. In this case, the special transforming agent is constituted of a mixture of Maya's aspect of the mode of ignorance, the non-plenitude or minuteness aspect of the marginal potency, and a slight degree of the combined knowledge, samvit and bliss, hladini. The samvit and hladini aspects of the transcendental potency. Wait, let's get this again. So, who is Lord Shambhu? This is it. It's a mixture of Maya's aspect of the mode of ignorance, the non-plenitude or minuteness aspect of the marginal potency of the Tatashta Shakti, and a slight degree of the combined knowledge and bliss aspects of the transcendental potency, samvit and hladini. Okay, so those 4 ingredients, those 4 things. Tamagun, Tatashta Shakti, and samvit and hladini to a minute degree. Okay. The effulgent subordinate controller in the form of Shambhu, the effulgent subordinate controller in the form of Shambhu Linga, being united with this special transforming agent, is constitutionally the semblance of an expansion of the Supreme Godhead. He is the Sadashiva form. He is the Sadashiva from whom Rudradev is manifest. Sri Govinda is manifest in the form of Shambhu as Guna Avatar in order to arrange the ingredient materials for creation, to annihilate certain asuras for the purpose of universal maintenance, and to execute all functions of destruction. This Shambhu is a separated expansion imbued with the mood of a plenary expansion, and he is also known as Kala Purush, the personified time factor. In this regard, a body of evidence has been cited in Srila Jiva Goswami's commentary. In Srimad Bhagavatam 12:13-16, it is stated, Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. Of all Vaishnavas, Shambhu is the greatest. The purport of such statements is that Shambhu meets together with Durga Devi and performs his function through his own time potency, in accordance with Sri Govinda's desire. Many Shastras headed by the Tantras give instruction to follow the principles of righteous conduct in accordance with the level of eligibility of the respective jivas. These principles are compared to a ladder with steps that eventually lead to the attainment of bhakti. Furthermore, in accord with Govinda's desire, Shambhu maintains and protects pure devotional service by preaching Mayavad philosophy and imaginary supplementary scriptures, the agamas. There's a footnote here. What does it say? How did Shambhu in the form of Acharya Shankar protect pure bhakti by preaching Mayavad philosophy, which is opposed to bhakti? By propagating the Mayavad doctrine, Shankaracharya supplanted voidism and re-established a system which accepts the authority of the Vedas. Also, by focusing the living entities who are not inclined towards bhakti on the concept of I am God, he turns them away from deep-seated envy of Vaishnavas. Interesting. Okay. The 50 qualities of the jivas are present in abundance in Shambhu, and 5 more great qualities, not attainable by ordinary living entities, are partially manifest in him. Okay, so he has 5 extra great qualities that are not attainable by jivas. Although his nature is that of a separated expansion, he is still a lord and controller. He's still an Ishvar. Okay, maybe let's look at this section. I'm not going to read, this section in Madhurya Kadambini is very long about Lord Shiva. It's yeah, it's super long. But let's just see if we can just find a section of it. And I'm just looking at the comments really quick. Oh, Haribo, Vidya Lala Sadidi, and Indira Mataji. Sure, I can share that PDF. Yes. Okay. Oh, Rukmini Didi says that he's in Brahma Samhita 2 times. Do you know the verse, the second time he's in Brahma Samhita? If you can show me. It's not this next verse, is it? No. Wait, just looking at the chat here. Oh, and Kishore Krishna sent a 4-minute video of Srila Prabhupada on Shiva Tattva. Okay, let's watch that. I'm gonna just play Kishore's 4-minute clip from Srila Prabhupada. 1 second. This is kind of fun. I'm just having everybody else to send me what to read and what to look at, and where is it? All right. 1 second. I'm just sharing my screen again. I'll have to share the sound as well. Okay. Optimize for a video clip. Okay, let's see Srila Prabhupada on worshiping Lord Shiva.
Srila Prabhupada, in Winnipeg, there's one very pious East Indian man who is, for many years has been worshipping Lord Shiva. And his wife is also a very, quite chaste woman, a sincere follower. and so were her parents of Lord Shiva. And he's reading your Bhagavad Gita, and he visits our temple, and I have given him the first volume of Canto 4, which discusses Lord Shiva a great deal. And in there, he has read in one of your purports that Krishna is more pleased when you worship his devotee than when you worship him directly. And Lord Shiva is a very great devotee of Krishna. So he has now interpreted that to mean that if he worships Lord Shiva so nicely, and actually he is pleasing Krishna more. So he is experiencing some difficulty because of this. And I'm not quite sure how to instruct him. That actually...
Difficulty? That our godbrother has difficulty in replying to this interpretation. That Krishna says, you can please me by worshipping my devotee. And Lord Shiva is the devotee of Krishna. So therefore this man says, then I shall worship Lord Shiva, and that way I shall please Krishna.
If he accepts Lord Shiva as devotee of Krishna, then by worshipping Lord Shiva he will benefit. If he thinks Lord Shiva is independent, then he will not benefit.
I've got him to accept that Lord Shiva is devotee of Krishna, but there's no practical instruction in his worldly activities coming.
No, Vaishnavānaṁ kathā sambho. Among the Vaishnavas, Sambho, Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. So we worship Lord Shiva as Vaishnava. He gives respect to Vaishnava. So why not Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is a big Vaishnava. But generally, the devotees of Lord Shiva, they take Lord Shiva is independent God. That is offense. If you know that Lord Shiva is also a devotee, you can give more respect to Lord Shiva. Krishna will be pleased.
Srila Prabhupada, he does not chant Hare Krishna, he chants Om Shivaya Namaha.
That's all right.
Alright.
He gradually become devotee.
Yes.
When God, Lord Shiva will be pleased upon him, he will advise.
He is already trying to tell him to follow in your footsteps, Srila. So just before I left, he said he will try once again to chant 16 rounds. Very good job. Hare Krishna. He has tried already. He has a tape of...
If he simply understands that Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava, and if you worship Lord Shiva, then he will get the benefit.
I was just thinking that in Hyderabad, you also spoke something very unpopular. When you were discussing about the worship of Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna, and you used the example of the milk and the curd.
Yeah.
And one man in the audience, he asked you, who's the milk and who's the curd? And you said that Krishna is the milk and Shiva is the curd. He did not like.
There is milk and the curd. So one must become milk, one must become curd. So, if Krishna is the origin of everything, then he must be the milk. Sarva karana karana. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva karana karana. See, he is the cause of all causes. So, if milk is the cause of curd, then Krishna is the milk.
Thank you for that, Kishore. That was really nice. Whoa, one second. Let me just close YouTube. The heck? Where the heck is it coming from? Yeah, okay. All right. Rup Manjari just sent me, sorry, she just mentioned that verses 7 to 10 of Brahma Samhita are about Shiva as well. So let's take a look at that. And then right now it's 8:10. Okay, so we have 20 minutes. Maybe after that, the remaining time, we can sing the Shivashtakam by Murari Gupta. And also we can sing, what is it? Grihe Radha Vane Radha. What is it called? Anyways. Okay, let's go to verse 7. Brahma Samhita. I think I'll just read the verse in translation and not the commentary because we're running out of time now. Maya Raman, sorry. Maya mamanasya na viyogastaya saha atmana ramaya reme tyakta kalam sisrikshaya. Mahavishnu never consorts with the external energy, Maya. Still, it cannot be said that Maya is entirely separated or divorced from that aspect of the Supreme Reality. Mahavishnu consorts with his own personal potency, Ramadevi. Whenever he desires to create the universe, Bhagavan activates his time potency and casts his glance toward the inert material energy. Then Niyati Sarama Devi Tatpriya Tadvasham Tada Talingam Bhagavan Shambhur Jyotirupa Sanatana Yayoni Sapara Shakti Kamo Bija Mahadhare. Now the way in which Bhagavan indirectly comes in contact with Maya is being described. The spiritual potency in the form of Ramadevi, who is dear to Bhagavan, is destiny. That goddess is always controlled by the Supreme Lord and is always dedicated to his service. At the onset of creation, the effulgence of Mahavishnu, who is the expansion of Sri Krishna's plenary portion, is manifest in the form of Shambhu. That Shambhu is called the Linga of Bhagavan, meaning the manifest symbol of his generative capacity, and appears for the purpose of preparing the cosmic manifestation of the material universes. The Linga in the form of Shambhu is a reflection of the eternal light or effulgence. The feminine receptive potency is manifest for Ramadevi, or destiny. That potency which gives birth to the material creation is the inferior energy called Maya, whose intrinsic form is the yoni, the womb of universal creation. The union of the yoni and linga is the reflection of the Supreme Lord Sri Hari's desire seed in the form of the unmanifested material energy, the Mahat Tattva. Let's just see what Srila Jiva Goswami says here. According to the Vishnu Purana, the entire universe is a semblance of the transcendental radiance of Bhagavan's plenary portion. That is, it is the linga, the symbol of the unmanifest Purush. The plenary portion that is indicated by this symbol is the plenary portion that creates the total material energy, and he is called Shambhu. The word linga should be interpreted to mean a symbol or form. Bhagavan's first incarnation for creating this world, in whom the material universe is situated, who takes a rounded form, and who is the shelter and benefactor of unlimited living entities, is called Shiva Linga, or Shambhu. The phrase Anyastu tad avirbhava vishesha means the other form of Shiva is called Sadashiv. He is a manifestation of Bhagavan for a specific purpose, and thus he is Vishnu Tattva. He is supremely benevolent. However, the form of Shiva described as Shiva Shakti Yukta Shashvat Trilingo Guna Samvrita is not Vishnu Tattva. The Shiva who is united with the illusory potency remains covered by the three types of false ego, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. This Shiva will be described ahead in verse 45, Kshiram Yatha Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yogat. Yeah, which we read already. It should be understood that the portion functioning as the womb of creation is the inferior potency. In other words, it is that unmanifested area of Maya that acts as a receptacle for Bhagavan's impregnation of potency in the form of innumerable living entities. This is also called pradhan. Okay, I'm gonna skip this. Let's go to verse 9. Linga yonyatmika jata ima maheshwari praja. All progeny, such as humans and demigods, along with the respective worlds, have issued forth from this combination of the generative capacity in the form of linga and the universal womb of material nature called yoni. So we've all come from this combination of linga and yoni. And in Hindi and Bengali it's Sanskrit, even Sanskrit, of course. Those are how you say the generative organs of the male and female, linga and yoni. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I was trying to think of the most respectful way of saying that. Okay. Shaktiman Purusho Soyam Linga Rupi Maheshwara Tasmin Avirabhul Linge Mahavishnur Jagatpati. The controller of all, the original agent who has been indicated by the word Maheshwar, is the potent male, Purusha. For the purpose of creation, he is manifest in the form of the original male, For the purpose of creation, he is manifest in the form of the original male generative capacity, linga. He who is called Mahavishnu, the Lord of the cosmos, also appears in that combination of the active and receptive principles of creation by his expansion in the form of his glance. Whoa, wait, let me read that. He who is called Mahavishnu, the Lord of the cosmos, also appears in that combination of the active and receptive principles of creation by his expansion in the form of his glance. Okay. Maybe I'll just read this. This verse has been spoken to clarify, this is Jiva Goswami. This verse has been spoken to clarify the previous verse. The unmanifest form mentioned previously now emerges in its manifest form for the purpose of creation. How does it emerge? The partial expansion of a partial expansion of Bhagavan, called the original potent male principle, Maheshwar, creates the material universe. Everything in the world of Maya, such as false ego, intelligence, minds, the 5 gross elements, the 5 sense objects, and the unmanifest aggregate of the material energy, is the manifest representation of the unmanifest form of Bhagavan. The self-sufficient Mahavishnu, who is the Lord of all living entities and all spiritual and material worlds, is the origin, the Ankshi of Maheshwar, who appears in a manifest form as the Linga, or original male generative capacity. Okay, this is the last verse we'll read. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, Sahasra Bahur Vishvatma, Sahasrangsha Sahasrasu. That master of the universe, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands upon thousands of heads, thousands upon thousands of eyes, thousands upon thousands of arms, and thousands upon thousands of incarnations and plenary expansions. He is the self of the cosmos, and he alone creates thousands upon thousands of living entities. But he has no contact with the material nature. And so in order to perform that function of having contact with the material nature, he takes the form of Shambhu. Yeah, and what is it? There are, I mean, I'm just speaking from my memory right now. There are 4, like the original form of Shiva is Sadashiv. I think I remember seeing something like maybe Gurudev saying or somebody saying that Gopishwar Mahadev is his original form. But anyway, Sadashiv, and then Sadashiv has no touch with material nature at all. He's completely, no touch with material nature. And then in the form of Shambhu, then he expands as Shambhu, who has touch with material nature for the purpose of, creating the jivas and like he makes it happen. and then there's Rudra. And Rudra, correct me if I'm wrong, but Rudra is that is, who performs a function of destruction, and that is a position that is attainable by jivas, becoming Rudra, having that position as destroying performing the universal destruction, devastation. So those are the different forms of Shiva. Oh, Kishore Krishna says that Bhakti Vibodh Bodhayan Maharaj wrote a song about Shiva. Interesting. I'll check that out afterwards. First, let's sing the Shivashtakam by Murari Gupta. Hari Bol Vrinda Didi and Sudevi Didi. Hare Krishna. Oh, wait, it's one more. Okay. So let's find it. Found it on the internet. I found a PDF. It'd be nice to add this in the songbook, wouldn't it? I don't know though. I have to see if we can actually do that, because I haven't seen it published in any of our other books, even our Bengali books, and so I'm not sure if I would be allowed to do that. But this is a Sri Shivashtakam, 8 prayers glorifying Lord Shiva, spoken by Sriman Mahaprabhu, recorded in Murari Gupta's Sri Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. Oh wait, and let me turn on sound for musicians so you can hear the mridanga. Okay. I don't know who translated this, but this is Murari Gupta. I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you, the controller of the 30 primal demigods. Unto you, the original father of all created beings. Unto you, whose character is gracious. Unto you, whose head is crested by the sickle moon arisen from the waves of the Ganga. And I offer my obeisances unto you, who are a festival for the eyes of the fair goddess Gauri. I offer my obeisances unto you, who are dressed in garments resembling molten gold, the moon, blue lotuses, coral, and dark rain clouds. I offer my obeisances unto you, who bestow the most desirable boons on your devotees by means of your delightful dancing. Unto you, who are the master of the impersonalists, and unto you, whose flag bears the image of the bull. I offer my obeisances unto you, who dispels darkness with your 3 eyes, the moon, the sun, and fire. Unto you, who causes auspiciousness for all the living entities of the universe, and unto you, whose potency easily defeats that of thousands of moons and suns. I offer my obeisances unto you, whose form is brilliantly illuminated by the jewels of Ananta, the king of snakes. Unto you, who are clothed by a tiger skin, and thus radiate divine effulgence. Unto you, who sits upon 1,000-petaled lotus, and unto you, whose 2 arms are adorned by lustrous spangles. I offer my obeisances unto you, who brings happiness to your servitors, as you pour on them the liquid nectar from your 2 reddish lotus feet, which ring with charming ankle bells. Obeisances unto you, who is adorned with an abundance of gems. Please endow me with pure love for Lord Hari. O Shri Ram, O Govinda, O Mukunda, O Shori, O Shri Krishna, O Narayan, O Vasudev, I offer my obeisances unto you, Lord Shiva, the monarch of intoxicated bee-like devotees, maddened by drinking the nectar of these and other holy names of the Lord. Obeisances unto you, the destroyer of all grief. I offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto you, who is forever inquired of confidentially by Sri Narad and other sages. Unto you, who also grants favors to them very quickly. Unto you, who bestows the happiness of Hari Bhakti. And I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who creates auspiciousness and who is the guru of everyone. Okay, this is the last verse. No, 2 more verses. I offer my obeisances unto you, who are a festival of auspiciousness for the eyes of Goddess Gauri, unto you, who is the monarch of her life breath, unto you, who is capable of bestowing transcendental ras, and unto you, who is expert in forever singing songs of the pastimes of Lord Govinda with great longing. A person filled with loving feelings who hears with rapt attention this wonderful eightfold prayer to Lord Shiva can quickly gain Shri Hari Prem, as well as transcendental knowledge, the realization of that knowledge, and unprecedented powers. Okay, so let's sing this Shivashtakam, which is spoken by Sriman Mahaprabhu. Okay, I'm just getting my mridanga, and we'll end with this. Let's see, what is the meter for this? This looks like Guru Vashtakam. Let's see. Namo Namaste Tridesheshwaraya. Yeah, it looks like that. Oh, one second. I need to push this table forward. Okay. Namo Namaste Tridesheshwaraya Bhutadinathaya Mridaya Nityam Ganga Tarango Tita Balachandra Chudaya Gora Nayanotsavaya Sutapta Chami Karachandra Nila Parma Pravalambuddha Kanti Vastrai Sanritya Rangishta Varapradaya Kaivalya Nathaya Vrishadvitvajaya Sudangshu Suryagni Vilochanena Tamo Bhidete Jagata Shivaya Sahasra Shubhrangshu Sahasra Rashmi Sahasra Sanjit Tvara Tejasestu Anagesharatno Jvala Vigrahaya Shardula Charmangshu Kadevya Tejase Sahasra Patro Parisangstitaya Varangada Mukta Bhuja Dvayaya Sunu Puraranjita Paraparma Ksharat Sudabhrita Sukha Pradaya Vichitra Ratno Gavibhushidaya Premnam Evadya Haro Videhi Shri Rama Govinda Mukunda Shore Shri Krishna Narayana Vasudeva Ityadi Namamrita Panamatta Bringadibaya Kila Dukkha Hantre Shri Naradadhyay Satatam Sugopya Jigyasitayashu Varapradaya Tebhyo Harer Bhakti Sukha Pradaya Shivaya Sarva Gurave Namo Namah Shri Gauri Netrotsava Mangalaya Tat Prananathaya Rasa Pradaya Sada Samutkanta Govinda Leela Gana Pravinaya Namostu Tubhyam Etat Shivasyashtakam Shinvan Hari Prema Labhita Shigram Jnanam Cha Vijnanam Apurva Vaibhavam Yo Bhava Purna Paramam Samadaram Jai Mahadeva Jaya Mahadeva Mahadeva Jaya Mahadeva Jai Sadashiva Jai Sadashiva Sadashiva Jai Okay. Actually, if any, it's 8:30, so this is our time to end. But I think it'd be nice to sing something that Shiva actually, like, what is it? The Radha Prarthana, I think it's called. Yeah, like a prayer by Lord Shiva. I think that would be nice to sing on this day. I think Shiva would be happy if we sang his prayer to Srimati Radhika. So let me just find it. It's right. Where is it? There it is. Gaudiya Giti Gucha. Let's find it. I think it starts Grihe Radha. Grihe Radha Vane Radha. Grihe Radha Vane Radha. There it is. This is, oh no, this is between Brahma and Narad in the Brahmanda Puran. But there is a Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj. Radha Kripa. This is spoken by Shiva to Gauri in the Urdhvamanaya Tantra. So okay, we'll sing, for anybody who wants to stay. If you have to leave, I totally understand. But if you would like to stay, we'll sing the Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj and then end our program for today. Let me open up big. Yeah, let's open it up in here. I'm not going to read the translation though, because it's already very late. Okay, there. And this prayer is an address. So, I stopped sharing. This prayer is an address. So just like we say Radha, and when you say Radha as an address, like oh Radha, you say Radhe. So in the same way, each one of these is, you'll see it ends with an A. Actually, this should be a short I, shouldn't it? Because in the vocative, it's short I, like a long I becomes short. Anyways, but yeah, everything is in the vocative case. Unindravindavandite. So we made the translation like that. Everything's like, oh you, oh this, oh that. Oh you who are present in a pavilion made of creepers. Oh you, like that. Munindra vrindavandite triloka shoka harini prasanna vaktra pankaje nikunja vilasini Vrajendra bhanu nandini Vrajendra suno sangate kada karisha sihamam kripa kataksha bhajanam ashoka vriksha vallari vitana mandapastite pravala vala pallava prabharunangri komale varabhaya spurat kare prabhuta sampadalaye kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam ananga ranga mangala prasanga bhangura bhruvam savi brahmam sasambramam driganta bana patanai nirantaram vashikrita pratiti nandanandane kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam taditsu varna champaka pradipta gaura vigrahe mukha prabha parasta koti sharadendu mandale vichitra chitra sanchara chakora shavalochane kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam madon madati yovane pramoramana mandite priyanuraka ranjite kala vilasa pandite अनन्य धन्य कुञ्जराज काम केलिको विदे कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अशेष हाव भाव धीर हिरहार भूषिते प्रभुत शात कुम्भ कुम्भ कुम्भि कुम्भ सुस्तनि प्रशस्त मन्दहास्य चूर्ण पूर्ण सौख्य सागरे कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् मृणाल वल्लरी तरंग रंग दोलते लताग्रलास्य लोलनीललोचनावलोकने ललालुलान् मीलान् मनोज्ञ मुग्ध मोहनाश्रिते कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् सुवर्णमालिकाञ्चित त्रिरेककम्बुकण्ठगे त्रिसूत्रमङ्गली गुण त्रिरत्नदीप्तिदिदिति सलोलनीलकुन्तल प्रसन्नगुच्छगुम्फिते कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् नितम्बबिम्बलम्बमान पुष्पमेखला गुणे प्रशस्तरत्नकिङ्किणी कलापमध्यमञ्जुले करीन्द्रशुण्डदाण्डिकावरोह शोभगौरुके कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अनेकमन्त्रनारमञ्जुनुपुरारवस्कलत् समाजराजहंसवंशनेकनाति गौरवे विलोल हेम वल्लरी बिडाम्बि चारुचाङ्क्रमे कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अनन्तकोटिविष्णुलोकनाम्र परमजार्चिते हेमाद्रिजा पुलोमजा विरिञ्चजावरप्रदे अपार सिद्धिरिद्धि दिग्ध सत्पदाङ्गुलीनखे कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् माहेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वरेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेर भारतीश्वरी प्रमाण शासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोरकाननेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपे शिराधिके नमोस्तुते इति ममर्भुतं स्तवं निशाम्य भानुनन्दिनी करोतु सन्ततं जनं कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् भवेत् तदैव सञ्चिता त्रिरूपकर्मनाशनं भवेत् तदा व्रजेन्द्रसूनुमण्डलप्रवेशनं कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् कदा करिष्यसि हमां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय सदाशिव जय सदाशिव सदाशिव जय सदाशिव जय महादेव जय महादेव Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Kishore Prabhu, could you do Jai Dwani?
जय सुप्रकाश शिखर गौरंग गणहरि विकास गिरिधारी राधा विनोद विहरे राधा नयनाथ राधा रमन विहरे राधा माधव शिशे सचिनानंद गौर हरे राधा गोविंद जीव की जय श्री गोविंद गोविनाथ मदन मोहन जीव की जय जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रिय व्रजचार्य वर्य स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रिय व्रजचार्य वर्य स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति विदान शरण नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज परिपावन गुरुदेव की जय जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति बल तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति विदान वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति विदान त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्तिदयित माधव गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज परम गुरुदेव की जय जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान जगद्गुरु शिव शिवानाविद्वैत दास शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय स्वापरिका शल प्रपाद भक्ति श्रांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर की जय जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद महापरम भगवत परवार परमहंस स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान गौर किशोर दास पवशी महाराज की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद सप्तम गोस्वामी स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान सचिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वोम स्तोत्रस्त शिशुमान जगन्नाथ पवशी महाशय की जय सूर्यकुंड वासेश्वर शिलमर सुंदास पवशी महाराज की जय श्री उर्वदास उदरन दास की जय गुरुविदान आचार्य शिशुमान बलिदेव विभूषण प्रभु की जय महामुखपरिध्याय रसकृष्ण महेशल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पाद की जय शिल रसिकानंद मुरारी प्रभु की जय शिल रामचंद्र कविराज की जय श्रीलोचन दास ठाकुर की जय शरंदरोत्तम दास ठाकुर माशाय श्रीनिवास आचार्य श्यामानंद पंडित प्रभुत्राय की जय श्री शिल कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय यश अवतार अरिका विशल वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय जय श्री अष्टक विराज वसुर जान नित्यानंद तुरुष गोपाल श्री चौषति महंत जगाय मदाय की जय जय श्री रूपा श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट रास रघुनाथ शर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय शिल सनातन गोस्वामी की जय जय श्री शार गोस्वामी की जय जय श्री स्वरूप दामोदर रमानंद लोकनाथ गर्भ अधि गौर परिशार वृंद की जय नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री शिल ईश्वर परिपार की जय श्री शिल मारविंद्र परिपार की जय श्री लक्ष्मीपति तीर्थ की जय जय श्री अंतर्द्वीप मायापुर सीमांद्वीप गौद्रमद्वीप मध्यद्वीप गौलद्वीप ऋतुद्वीप जानुद्वीप मातृ द्रुमाद्वीप रुद्रद्वीप मात्मक श्री नावद्वीप धाम की जय श्री रुद्रद्वीप की जय श्री हरिहर क्षेत्र की जय श्री महावरनाथ की जय जय श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय श्री एक चक्र धामेश्वर महादेव की जय जय श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय जय श्री श्री सचिनानंद गौर हरि की जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद की जय श्री गौर द्वैत की जय श्री श्री गौर गदाधर की जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ गोपी गोपा गो गिर गोविदान दुर्षटमनात्मक श्री ब्रजमंडल धाम की जय श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंग सखी आमन सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय जय वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी ठाकुरानी की जय श्री ललिता विशाख चित्र चंपकला तुंग विद इंदुलेख रंग देवी सुदेवी अरे सख्य वृंद की जय जय श्री अनंग प्रेम मजलाल शिरो फलभंग राग विलस गुणरति कस्तूरी कमल नयन मणि परिमंजारी वृंद की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भागवती पूर्णमास युगम देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी देवी की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री शिव ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री पुतेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री पनकंडी महादेव की जय। जय श्री चकलेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री कमेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री कुंडेश्वर महादेव की जय। All of Braj's Mahadevs ki jai. All of Lord Shiva's forms and Braj ki jai. All of Lord Shiva's forms and all of Gaur Krishna and Ram Leela ki jai. Jai Shri Radha Parankita Dham Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Nilamarav Jiv ki jai. Shri Namacharya Haridas Thakur Samari Mandir ki jai. Shila Prabhupada Avirbhav Stali ki jai. जय श्री लिंगराज महादेव की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ पुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र मंडल नीलाचल धाम की जय। जय सर्व विघ्नविनाशन करे भक्त विघ्नविनाश शेन्द्र सिंह देव की जय। जय भक्तराज भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जय श्री प्रहलाद लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री हरि राम चरि संप्रदाय चरि आचार्य की जय। श्री मध्वारमनुज विष्णु स्वामी नंबतीय चरि आचार्य की जय। आकर मतर श्री चैतन्य मार की जय। श्री गौरी मार वृंद की जय। जय ग्रंथरा श्रीमान भगवताम भगवद गीता चैतन्य चरितामृत चैतन्य भगवत जैव धर्म आदि सर्व गौरी वैष्णव ग्रंथ वृंद की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल धन्य कलियुग ब्रह्म श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे महामंत्र की जय। श्री आनंद कुरी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री समकट गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री सरशिव की जय। श्री मन महादेव की जय। श्री सरशिव ठाकुर की जय। वैष्णवानमृत शंभु की जय। जय शिव शंकर की जय। जय श्री बलिनाथ बाबा की जय। श्री पार शंकराचार्य की जय। श्री भीमसेन की जय। श्री बजरंगबली हनुमान की जय। श्री मध्वाचार्य की जय। श्री अद्वैताचार्य की जय। जय श्रीनिताय 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 गौर प्रमानंदे हरे हरि बोल। हर हर महादेव शंभु। हर हर महादेव शंभु। हर हर महादेव शंभु। वैष्णवानंद शंभु की जय। दाय गौर प्रमानंदे हरि। ओम वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री महाशिवरात्रि की जय।
Hari Bol, everybody. Dandavat Pranams, Kishore Krishna Prabhu. Wait 1 second. Let me replace the pin. Dandavat Pranams, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Champak Mataji, Gopal Ghanasham Prabhu, Hare Krishna. And then on YouTube and Facebook, Pradyumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Madhusudan Prabhu, Raseshwari Mataji, Haripriya Didi. God, so many people, so many comments. Rasapriya Didi, Krishna Premavati Didi, Ganga Mataji, Paramahansa Prabhu, Rukmini Didi, Radhanath Prabhu, Vidya Lalasa Didi, Indira Mataji, I already said Radhanath Prabhu, right? Sudevi Didi, Vrinda Didi, and a bunch of other devotees. Dandavat Pranams, everybody. Wow, a lot of people joined today. Hare Krishna. I can't see, and if I'm skipping you out, it's not because I don't see your name. Like, I only see the comments. And so that's how I know who's here. But thank you so much for joining. Another very nice thing to read is, as I mentioned before, the Śiva Tattva booklet by my Gurudev, and also in Madhurya Kadambini, in the 3rd chapter, there's a very, 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 very in-depth section on Śiva Tattva. And if you'd like to listen to it, you can look for videos from our previous years during this time in on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I read those sections, both of those. So you can listen to those if you like, or read them on your own. And oh, Kishore sent a little nice song that Bodhayan Maharaj sang. Sorry, that he wrote, and it's really sweet and simple and short. So I thought maybe we could just look through that really quick. Where is it? I just opened it up. I lost it already. Okay, let me just find it and here in the chat. Here, it's on Facebook. There it is. Okay, so this is Jaya Shiva Shankara, composed by Bhakti Vibhuda Bodhayan Maharaj. That's beautiful. Is that Gopi Sharmadi in Vrindavan? Oh yeah, that's outside. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how to sing it, but I'm just gonna sing it anyway. Jaya Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai 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 Nagabhushana Jai Trilochana Jaya Panchanana Jai Jai Jaya Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jaya Jai Parvati Ramana Ganesha Bhavana Vigna Vinashana Jai 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 Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai Jai Siddhi Yogeshwar Bhava Bhuteshwar Mora Maheshwar Jaya Jai Jai Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai Jai Jaya Kameshwara Jaya Nandishwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Jai Jai Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai Jai Tara Tarakeshwara Jaya Chakleshwara Sarva Digambar Jai 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 Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai Jai Vaishnava Pradhana Loinu Sharana Koro Paritrana Namo Nama Jai Shiva Shankara Hara Gangadhara Chandra Shekhara Jai Jai. That's nice. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is our reading, our Raise of the Harmonist Ishtagoshti program. We're going to be reading from Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Goswami Maharaj. He tells about a dream that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur had, where he was wandering in the heavenly planets, and then he came, and while he's wandering the heavenly planets, he came, there was a discussion between, I don't remember all the people who were there, Narad and Indra and, I don't know, Brihaspati maybe, I don't know, they were all having a discussion, all those devatas. And when they saw, they weren't able to understand the point in Srimad Bhagavatam, this verse, Api Chet Suduracharo. So they were unable to understand why the second verse says that the person will become a Dharmatma, but in the previous verse it says Ananya Bhak, he already is one pointed devotee. So how? And so they're having a discussion. They aren't able to understand. And they said, "Oh, look, there's a pure devotee." And so then they called Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur over and they asked him to explain what the reason for this. And so then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains how actually the second verse, Kshipram. Anyways, he's explaining how one who says that the devotee is never. Anyways, we'll get to it tomorrow. I'm not going to try to. I'll mess it up if I try to explain it on my own. But we'll be reading about that tomorrow in our Ishtagoshti program. So if you're not already on the Raise of the Harmonists mailing list, that for this program, our Ishtagoshti mailing list, go to raiseoftheharmonist.com and you can enter your email there. I sent it out at 7:00 this morning. And so at 7:00 tomorrow morning, India time, we'll meet together and read this article and discuss it if anybody has any points on this topic. And yeah. And then the day after tomorrow, we will continue with our reading of Chaitanya Bhagavat. We'll begin chapter 2 of Antyakanda. All right. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. And I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Hari Bol. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Yes, that's it. Hari Bo GP. Hare Krishna. Right.